since apparently Microsoft Flight Simulator was a bit of a flop as far as accessibility for blind gamers go. Um, I am going to add some of uh, some of the articles, or actually, I'm gonna put up a link for one of the articles I read, which allowed me to believe that that Flight Simulator was going to be accessible. So another one of the games, that the media, like reports on, and then it ends up not being true. Like some of the accessibility stuff is not true. Like there's some stuff on there that
Ultimate
was
Team.
like as far as the option goes, they did have some accessibility in the flight simulator, and they even had text to speech, but it wasn't menu narration, which is a really weird move for Microsoft. Like usually a lot of their games when it comes from Microsoft Studios, especially for PC titles, automatically have menu narration, but that one didn't. So maybe in some of the updates in the future, we'll get to see some more accessibility options. But for right now, it's pretty much a no-go for that one. So uh, hopefully, the next game that plan on cover on the channel for this month is Madden 21. Now, uh, it's been a really weird um thing that's been going on the with with EA and their ability uh to pretty much put out news on accessibility features in the Madden 21 title. So I've been going back and forth with the head of the accessibility department. Her name is Karen Stevens, and she can be reached on Twitter at EA underscore accessible. So anytime you ever want to have a conversation about accessibility in a Madden title, she's a lady to talk to, but she's been closed mouth and she's told me that like she's under the non-disclosure agreement for her title. She can't say anything about accessibility. So, and I've told, a couple other people about this, and it doesn't really make any sense. Like, because, I mean, the game comes out on 28th, and they've already released information about like some of the other features of the game, and I don't believe the accessibility should is like a spoiler, you know. So, but anyway, give me a second. What we're gonna do, and I'll be doing this on and off, streaming on and off Madden until 28th. So, I'm gonna start up a uh a new franchise and play through it to get my skills up. I haven't played Madden in a while, so I think it'll be fun to get skills up before I tackle Madden 21. So hopefully, like we get some of the accessibility features that I've been requesting to EA and to Karen Stevens, are like text to speech support for the playbook and text to speech for in-game penalties. That was a big thing. Text to speech for the draft. Uh, and pretty much just text to speech for all features. Like if it's a feature and it changes something in the game, it needs to have text to speech support. Like that's what I've told her, like. So anyway, give me a second and we'll get going. Hey, what's going on, Jason? Gonna do a little bit of Madden. Yeah, haven't played Madden in a while, so I thought I'd get back on here. Usually I play on my Xbox, but figured I'd do a little bit on the PlayStation since since that whole mixer incident on Xbox. I've noticed that like do getting footage from Xbox is really weird now, especially with narrator. So I don't know, there's parts where I can't find like my microphone settings and all that kind of stuff. So I'm able to record, but I can't do commentary on my videos. So then which means what I mean it's a fix. Like I have a fix, like I can do it. I would just have to sort of do the video and then add commentary uh through like my PC, which technically I could do, like I said. It would just be a little bit weird doing it. But anyway, all right. So we're gonna get into we're
Franchise.
gonna set up a new franchise.
Franchise pop-up menu. You have two options. Cloud is selected. Offline.
Do an
Entering
offline one.
offline franchise screen. Create a new franchise. Offline franchise. You have two options. Use preseason roster is selected. Use active roster.
We're gonna use active.
Entering roster import pop-up importing 2892.
Select the
Entering
team you want
select
to
your team
join.
screen. 32
All
options.
right.
Los Angeles Rams.
So of course we're gonna select the Rams.
Start your
Entering
season with
customize
recommended
screen.
settings.
Start
If you
playing is
wish to
selected.
change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left.
Starting point. Start playing. Change role. Use
And then
custom
we're gonna
coach.
change up some
League
of the
settings.
league settings, which is all we're gonna change up is the difficulty. We're gonna put it from rookie to pro.
Game style option is set to simulation. Skill level option is set to rookie. Skill level option is set to pro.
So we're gonna
Game
put that
league
on
type
pro, and
option is
then we're
set
gonna
to
change
all.
a lot of this stuff from manual to automatic,
Instant starter option is
which is
set to
just
on.
like drafts
Trade
and
deadline
all of
option is set to on.
the stuff that happens off
Trade type
field.
option is set to coach firing option is set to CPU. Salary cap option is set to on. Superstar abilities option is set to on. Relocation settings option is set to normal. Injury option is set to on. Pre-existing injury option is set to on. Practice squad stealing
So we're pretty
option is
much
set to on.
leaving all
Player
this stuff.
progression frequency option is set to weekly. Career clock option is set to on. Full on-field control option is set to off. Minimum roster size option is set. In-season player movement limit option is set to unlimited. Player overcut restrictions option is off-season
Because
player
most of
cut
this
limit
stuff we
option is
don't
set to
have to,
unlimited.
we
Quarter
shouldn't have
length
to really
option is
mess
set to
with.
6 minutes.
And we'll do 6 minutes. Is 6 minutes is good.
Accelerated clock option is set to on. Minimum play clock time option is set to 20. Season experience option is set to full control. Weekly training option is set to manual.
All right, so we're gonna
Weekly
put that
training
on
option is
automatic,
set to auto. Trades and free agency option is set to
and that
manual.
we're gonna
Trades
put
and
that
free
one on.
off-season free agent bidding option.
We're
Off-season
gonna do that.
injury management option is set to manual.
Do
Injury
that
man
on auto.
preseason cut days option is set to manual. Preseason contract negotiations op contract
Put
nego
that on
scout college
auto.
players op scout call
Auto.
league advancement option is set to manual. League advance tutorial pop-ups option is set to on.
Tutorial pop-ups. Let me turn those
Tutorial
off.
pop-ups option is set to auto progress players option is set to off.
I'm gonna
Auto
put that
progress
on.
players option is set to on. Fill roster option is set to on. Skill level option is set to pro.
All right, so those are pretty much all
Entering
that we're
customize
changing up.
screen. Start playing is selected. Starting point. Change role. Use custom coach.
And then of course
Change
change
role.
role you can you can make yourself the coach and do a lot more stuff on the back end. But
Start playing.
we're just gonna go ahead into this. So yeah, I've got to try and remember, uh, kind of try to remember the buttons. When I first got this game for PlayStation, I noticed that the feedback was a little bit different. Like on Xbox, it seems to be more pronounced as far as accessibility and stuff goes, which I should probably go check out the accessibility menu, make sure everything's on.
Upgrade players. View message. Player development is selected.
All right,
Upgrade player. Play preseason game is selected. Upgrade players.
all right. So what's the upgrade
Entering player
players?
upgrades screen. You have 4 options. B.O.G is selected. Darius Williams. Traven Howard. Brandon Allen. B.O.G.
And I was looking at the current roster for the Rams for the upcoming season, and I'm like, man, I don't know what the Rams are doing. Like they let go Brandon Cooks, and they let go like some really good defensive players and offensive
Power
players.
rusher. Speed rusher. Run stopper. Pass coverage.
So I'm like, man, that's terrible. All right, so we upgraded him.
Traven Howard. Darius Williams. Slot. Man to man. Slot zone. Man to man.
All right, so these are for defensive, and the pass coverage is a part of my game that I have trouble with. So I'm going to try and
Slot.
get some of these
Zone.
people on here. Now zone is okay as long as there's no gaps in your coverage for zone. Like it's an okay defense. So there's zone, there's man to man. Man to man is good as long as the uh as the matchup is even. So so
Man to man.
I'm gonna do man to man.
Brandon Allen. Traven Howard. Field general. Pass coverage. Field run stopper. Field general.
And then later on I'm going to also do some run stop stuff too. But for right now, it's gonna do coverage for the pass
Field
coverage.
general. Strong arm. Improviser. Strong arm. Field scrambler. Field general.
All right.
Entering franchise hub screen things to do. Play preseason game is selected.
All right. So I guess we'll play preseason. Maybe we should skip
Advance
preseason.
week. Play preseason game is
We'll
things to
play
do. You have
preseason.
4 options. Play fence only. Play full game.
Play the full game. So I'll be
Entering
checking,
team select
back
screen.
and
The
forth
Oakland Raiders, the home team, are selected.
with the chat. So bear with me
Ready.
if I don't answer the chat immediately. Do it here and there in between plays and stuff like that. yeah, just yeah, it's pretty cool. Just
Hey everybody,
doing
it's
a
the
laid
coach.
back
This is
stream.
preseason football on EA
That's about it.
Sports. Up next, we'll see Jared Goff and the NFC
More
champion
about,
Los
you know, me
Angeles
playing
Rams
Madden,
as
and I
they take
thought,
on Derek Carr
why not
and
stream
the
it
Oakland
while
Raiders.
I'm gonna be, you know, playing it
So
anyway.
with that,
So
let's get out to the East
people
Bay
wanted to jump in
Oakland,
and say hi.
California. On the call, here are Brandon Godden
So I'm
and
pretty sure
Charles
people will
Davis.
be in and out.
Thank you, Coach.
So
EA
it's all
Sports
good.
coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland,
Oh, so
California.
you're asking about The Last of Us Part 2. So I thought that the end of that game was pretty decent. I thought the whole game overall was interesting. I would have liked to have more contextual information about some of the stuff that was going on in the cinematics and stuff like that. But you know, people who were watching the stream helped me kind of understand what was going on throughout the series that I did. So you know, I got pretty much, you know, the overall of what was going on. So I thought it was a really good game. I know online there's a lot of people who were saying like it's, you know, like they hated the game and, you know, all the stuff about Abby and Ellie and all this kind of stuff, and they didn't like the way the story went. But I thought for what it was a pretty good story. And it did what it was supposed to do, you know, like it kept you on edge, wondering what was going to happen next, and, you know, got people to play through the whole game, which is what, you know, which was what it was supposed to do, you know, it's entertainment. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, it was pretty decent.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Oakland. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession.
And then another thing as far as the Rams and their their current roster, they let go of Greg Zuerlein.
#1 overall pick. There's an incredible sense
who was
of
the kicker?
excitement.
Like,
I'm
he's
sure
like the
pride
best
for
kicker.
he and his family to be that guy.
And some
Like,
pressure.
I don't understand. I really don't understand. Like, there's so many games that were won off of just his kicks, and you know, like they let him go. Like,
here's
I'm
his
like,
opportunity, and now he's back at home, so to speak, playing in front of some familiar faces.
And Todd Gurley, he's going to Atlanta. I'm like, what? It's crazy. But they kept freaking they kept Goff though.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Might get a penalty here. Yep.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Offense.
Yep. That was my bad.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And that's caught inside the 35. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Quickly now, here's a look at the Rams offense.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
Yep.
Throwing again on second down. Goff. Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Woods. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
Vontaze Burfict is a super talent and a fierce competitor. He can do it all at the linebacker position.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Out of the gun. Goff. Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Wood. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked there by Nick Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That's all right.
No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Corey Littleton, Pro Bowler for the first time a season ago, in to make the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I think Corey Littleton is another one they traded.
This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
All right.
On as the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception?
Yeah, like
it didn't really
saying,
happen
yeah,
because they gave up
really
no
helpful.
points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and
There's
give them
tons
the
of stuff
football.
where I was guessing, and some of the stuff, you know, I got
33.
kind of close to being right, but there was other stuff where I was just like, I didn't know.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36.
But that update they did for
4 yards
it,
on the pickup
that was pretty interesting.
Down.
Put on some pretty cool features and stuff like that. So right now I'm playing through it again, and just using the silent submachine gun, just having fun shooting up everything.
And some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Right. If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Goff now to throw. Airing it out deep for Woods.
Come on, Woods.
And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Oakland offense heading back on the field to take over. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Not bad.
On 2nd down now, it's Martin, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Able to find Harris, complete.
Damn.
He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Stop him on this.
Here's
first.
Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Put him behind the
A
chains.
loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the
Stop 'em
football. But
again.
that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Glennon. And he's got his man on the out route.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Glennon. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he will have the first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. His first catch, good for 8 and a
Picking
first
up
down.
8. 7, 8, 8. Not good. Too much.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st
All
and
right, see
10.
if we can stop him behind.
Now Glennon. He gets it complete to Harris. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
18.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is
Try to
make the
shake up
defender
this
think he's
quarterback.
going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz.
All right, there
Stop
we
that
go.
one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task.
I wanted to get the
follow your
quarterback,
assignment,
but
go to the gap you're supposed
only
to
giving up
cover,
2 yards
and
works
not be
good,
deterred by
especially
anything
after
else.
that 18-yard gain.
From the 17, Glennon. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Oh, freaking offside.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and
See if we
3.
can get this quarterback.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They run the counter. Richard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
All right, so they're probably going to kick
today's
this
NFL is really built around the guy throwing the
at the
football.
end of this
But
drive.
these short runs,
So
they
just
still
try
pay
to-
dividends because they can take their toll on
Try
a
to keep
defense,
them to
and they
3.
can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
All right,
He needed
pick up
2,
the
he
2.
got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
All right, so they're probably going to kick it.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this
All right,
booth.
so they on the board for 3.
Miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange
I'm gonna
rookie
have to
year.
start
Won the
working out
Vikings
Todd
job,
Gurley,
then was let
getting
go
him up
week
the
2
field.
after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up
Getting
going
back
0 for
to
3 against
basics.
Green Bay, including the potential game
Like
winner.
how I used to play.
Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
All right, definitely you be making more than that. You be making at least 3 yards per carry.
First throw down for the backup Bortles. And that one goes incomplete.
No.
He's maybe
Bortles
lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On the draw, this is Henderson. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
I definitely need practice.
Harris now to return. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That's not too bad.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen.
Back and
it takes a
forth on
strong-arm
defense,
guy
rush.
who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Hopefully we can get interception.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Glennon. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
That's good.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Natson. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
All right, let me get down here and score.
Rams getting set to go now. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Bortles. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
Entering, call timeout.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
All right. We are crossed the 50, but
this offense finding
really
its legs
sure
now. Here's another 1st and 10.
we can do it, but we're gonna try.
A final shot before half for Bortles. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This one of 3 games on this Saturday night to wrap up this first week of the 2019 preseason. Apart from our game, we've got the Bengals and Chiefs also at halftime at Arrowhead, and just underway across the bay in Santa Clara, it's the Cowboys and the 49ers. In our game, the defenses look to be ready for the regular season. Maybe not the offenses just yet, but still a half to go as we get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right. Back from halftime. So we got 2 more quarters. Try to put some points on the board.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason
like that kick
opener.
was that
This
great.
one taken from the 7.
Oh, actually, it was pretty good.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
On the 7.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Got a first down off of that.
One set.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He completes it to Nelson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. That all the way in.
It's like no freaking pass coverage on that.
Hunter Renfro.
Ugh, that's terrible.
Yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
All right, it's not bad.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half, Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
You know, despite the
Damn,
scoreline,
consistently 1 yard games with this guy.
On the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in
Can't
now
seem to break a tackle
is a
for
credit
nothing.
to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
It's terrible.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Bortles.
Come on now.
Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Bortles in the offense remains put on the field. They're
This
going
is
to go
probably a
4 on
mistake.
4.
I should have probably just kicked it. But
Here we go on 4th down with Bortles. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2,
That's
3
funny.
yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
All day, dog.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The freaking vibration is so subtle. They're so subtle on the PlayStation. Sheesh. Can't even freaking feel the vibrations.
Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They'll run on 1st down. Richard. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports.
Ready. AT Gator. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. The open man here, Renfro. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So they did not bring pressure, and turns out probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he had time to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. So I'm wondering if they're going to note that, and next time just go ahead and bring that pressure.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now on 2nd and 13, Glennon. And his throw here's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick.
Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose.
Yeah!
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10. The job one to pick up the 1st down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the 1st down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Again, it's Henderson. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the gun, it's Bortles. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Defense, keep it up, guys.
Shoot. Bortles to throw for it on 4th down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. Here's Bortles to throw. Open man here is Prohl. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Mike 35.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force it incomplete.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked there by Nick Nelson. And now look at him go. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Womp womp.
They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Bortles now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, at the end of the game, I'm just slinging it. I ain't even worry about interceptions at this point.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
On second down, Richard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day
First
offensively?
preseason game got shut out.
Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Terrible.
Most games
only get better from here.
So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long.
Post-game report, player stats. Finish game.
Alright, so we're going to upgrade players and then head into...
Entering XP feedback screen, you have 24 options. Game day goals is selected.
Next, oh, and then that was another thing that I asked EA about was the experience screen, like it's not accessible.
Entering player upgrades screen, John Franklin Myers is selected. View goals. View goals. Entering franchise hub screen, things to do. Upgrade players. Entering player upgrades screen, you have 2 options. Justin Lawler is selected. Power rusher. Run stopper. Power speed rusher. Pass coverage.
So the first one I did mostly pass coverage.
Speed rusher. Power rusher.
I'm gonna do some
speed rusher.
Keep some pressure on the QBs. That'll help. All right.
Entering franchise hub screen, things to do. Upgrade players. Entering player upgrades screen, Ramon Richards is selected. Man-to-man. Slot. Zone. Slot. Man-to-man. Zone. Entering franchise. Play preseason game is selected. View message. All mentorship is selected.
And the messages, that's another thing I asked for, because a lot of these messages aren't accessible either, which is really weird because, they're like text. So, but they're not accessible, and also it takes a while to be able to get out of the screen. Like, I'm hitting back right now and it's not really doing nothing. So, gotta keep going until it finally will back out. So yeah, this is one of the screens where it gets stuck, and I'm hitting the back button, but for some reason it's not doing anything.
Entering
All right, there we
franchise
go.
hub screen.
Finally.
Things to do.
Sheesh.
Entering. Warning pop-up. Are you sure you want to quit? No.
No, I don't want to quit.
Yes. No. Advance week.
All right, so finally we got back onto the menu.
Play preseason game is selected. Advance week. Play preseason game is selected. Things to do. You have 4 options. Play full game. Entering. Team select screen. The Los Angeles Rams, the home team, are selected. Ready.
1 second, we'll start it up. All right, let's see if we can do a little bit better on this preseason game.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see 4th-year quarterback Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
As they match up with Jared Goff in the NFC champion LA Rams.
Yeah, like from a blind point of view, I don't know if I noticed that it runs smoother. Maybe the graphics are probably smoother. I don't know.
And Charles Davis. Gentlemen,
Coach,
But as far as like the upgrades, yeah, that's accessible pretty much the same way on Xbox too.
A few short moments ago, running back Todd Gurley.
But that messages part is what really is, you know, it really sucks. Like it seems to get stuck.
With Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
So that's the reason why I usually don't check messages, because it takes forever to get out of the menu and they don't read.
And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys take the field, and the man leading them, Dak Prescott, who's been remarkably consistent through his first 3 NFL seasons. 23, 22, and 22 touchdown passes as he put together a 32-16 regular season record in those 3 years at the helm. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right. See if we can get this defense going.
Who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down. These two teams, of course, met last year in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and, you know, a lot of people were calling that kind of a throwback game to the 70s of the old NFL. The Rams would get out to the 23-7 lead. Cowboys tried to make a late push, but the Rams would hold on for the 30-22 victory. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed
so they'll
up
probably,
in order to stuff that one for
pass?
a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll probably pass and get a big pickup or something.
They come up now 3rd and long.
You know they're going to run again.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
I knew it would be like a big pickup on a pass after 2 losses on the run.
Here we go. Right there. 54 Mike. No chance. 26.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield.
Punishing him on that freaking that run game.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you.
Need to get a fumble.
Schemes. Maybe you go to max
points
protection.
on the board.
The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't.
And the pressure gets to him again. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
Got this defense on fire right now. Man, the Rams defense is on fire.
And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
So does wear a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Rams now under their 33-year-old head coach, Sean McVay. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improve their win total.
I think another reason I have problems with running in this game is, like I said, since the PlayStation vibration is so subtle, it's hard to break tackles. Hit the stick at the right time when I want to break tackles. But I just have to keep playing, you know, so that I can get used to the vibrations and stuff, because that's how I get information about what's going on around my player on the field, is through vibrations.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Wow. How did he go behind? How did he get tackled behind the line if he got to the secondary? Like, that's kind of weird. The second wave of tackles got him behind the line. What happened to the first wave? That's kind of weird.
Goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
All right.
Defense, let's get off the field. Defense.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case. That play got bottled up.
Come on.
To throw is Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Ugh, that's terrible.
Team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game,
they
said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense
getting
can take
revenge
over and get some points on the board.
On how I treated them their first drive.
Zone, they get it away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Get this defense
what they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete.
Great.
The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 12.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's not going to get me.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Looking deep, and this is caught inside the 15.
Damn.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
All right. I'll be really surprised if they don't get into the end zone right now.
On 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. As his guys are on the board first here tonight.
Well, I'll people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
Yeah, that's not good. Injuries on preseason. That sucks.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Goff going to hand it to Gurley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Gurley ain't getting nowhere.
2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls.
What's up with the offensive line?
You know me, because
just letting
it's easy
everybody
to sit
through
up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Goff. And that's knocked away and incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
Yeah, that's the most they picked up all game.
Well, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swain, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again.
See if we can get this quarterback.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Elliott. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Damn.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays,
they're going to get another touchdown.
That's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was, and that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And the touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
All right. Not too bad.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down.
There we go.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check.
Gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Come on.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
Sacks all day, baby.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Austin. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes.
Going
no
again.
interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. The last of our 5 games here on this second Saturday of preseason action. 2 more games coming up tomorrow on national television. Saints and Chargers, followed by Seahawks, Vikings, and then our first Monday night game of the year, the 49ers and Broncos from Denver. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
That's track.
Again, it's Henderson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, Henderson is a junior at Memphis last year, better than 1,900 yards, had 25 total touchdowns. They drafted him in the 3rd round in an effort to try to give Todd Gurley some support in a backup role. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success. How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
On the set. Check, 48 to the mic. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Bortles. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
So don't say nothing. 36.
Shedding through the defense. 4 yards on the dump off at 2nd down.
Yeah, baby.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Noah Brown, the Ohio State man, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Rush to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Pick me up. Here we go.
16. That's pretty good.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And some room to roam now. Touchdown,
wow.
Cowboys. Tony
Ran that
Pollard,
right in.
66 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
I just want to score. At this point.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
All day, baby, all day.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down now, it's Brown. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle was there, but couldn't bust free. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They go with Brown. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Kelly on the counter. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And credit the tackle to Taco. Taco Charlton with a stop.
Taco Charlton.
70, Indy.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports.
I smell fear in that offense.
On second down, it's Henderson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The Rams on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Bortles. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defense in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Check, 48's the mic. Hey, come on, no, come on, no.
Get it.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown.
Damn.
And forget
He ain't
about
getting nowhere.
finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
8, read.
48's mic. 48's mic.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
So they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. To throw is Bortles. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rush. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. On third down, it's Pollard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. A tale of two extremes.
Right,
First
carry,
he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because
I
you
thought they
get
were
that
going
big
to go for
carry,
it.
and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Let's go! Let's go!
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year,
playing
in on the
quick
tackle
and
for
throwing.
Dallas.
Pretty much what I'm doing.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bortles. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he can't get rid of it. He's
they have nobody
down.
open.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 13 yards and a 1st down Cowboys.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. On 1st down, Pollard. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
They don't want it.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Let's get it.
Trying to run for it with Pollard.
Run.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run with Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboys
Oh, right at the
touchdown.
end. Terrible.
Tony Pollard ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly.
All right.
Pride on the line. Execution as you
Another
look
game.
forward and get ready for
Another
your
game
next
down.
game. And a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon
Post-game
Gordon.
report players'
This is the
stats.
NFL on EA Sports.
Finish game.
All right, so we got one more preseason.
Entering XP feedback screen, you have 24 options. Game day goals is selected. Entering player upgrades screen, you have 4 options. Samson Ibukam is selected. Entering upgrade players. Entering player upgrades screen, you have 4 options. Morgan Fox is selected. Austin Prohl, Sebastian Joseph Day, Joe Jonathan.
Oh, yeah. The receiver.
Slot. Deep threat. Slot. Physical. Route runner. Physical. Morgan Fox. Run stopper. Speed rusher. Austin Prohl.
Another guy they traded was Dante Fowler. He went to Atlanta with Gurley. So definitely be keeping an eye on as much as possible. I mean, we'll see how this 2020 season plays out, but
Deep threat.
because of Corona, it's like it's all kind of jumbled up.
Slot. Deep route runner. Physical. Deep slot. Deep threat.
But yeah, he went to the Atlanta Falcons too. So I'll be checking out the Falcons, see how they do.
Power rusher. Speed rusher. Run stopper. Speed rusher. Run stopper.
Alright.
Entering franchise hub screen, things to do. Play preseason game is selected.
I think I'm skipping.
Advance week. Things to do, you have
the
2
last
options.
preseason.
Next week is select. You have 8 options. Sim to regular season is selected.
There we go.
Entering. Attention pop-up, you have selected to skip ahead multiple weeks. Are you sure you wish to continue? Cancel.
Yes,
Sim ahead.
I am sure. Get into the regular season.
My team. Adjust lineup. Things to do, you have 6 options. Set season goal is selected. View message, X Factor LB. View message, X Factor H. Set season goal. Entering season goals screen, you have 2 options. You have 4 options. For wins is selected. Commit your goal for the year. You have 4 options. For wins is selected. You have 4 options. Commit your goal for the year. Entering franchise hub screen, things to do. View message, X, view message, X, view message, upgrade players. Entering player upgrades screen, you have 3 options. Cooper Cup is selected.
Alright, Cooper Cup.
Slot. Route runner. Slot. Deep threat. Slot. Route runner. Mika Kaiser. Taylor Rapp.
Defense. Taylor Rapp, pretty dope.
Zone. Hybrid. Zone. Run support.
Definitely could use some run support.
Field general. Run stopper. Field pass coverage.
And more pass coverage.
Entering franchise hub screen, things to do. View message. Play season game is selected.
Alright,
Things
first
to do,
season
you have
game.
4 options. Play fence only. Play full game.
I thought about like I've never
Entering
actually
team select screen.
did
The
it
Carolina
where
Panthers, the home
I
team, are
only
selected.
play like the offense or the defense, but that would be interesting to just play defense and see how the game goes. But that's not really, it's supposed to be a simulation, so it's not really.
Ready.
But then again, it's sort of like players who are defensive players. Everyone plays their part. That's kind of cool. So maybe I'll break it up into one of those for one of these games just to see how it goes. That'd be kind of cool. All right, man. I'll catch you later.
A tough first test for the NFC champs. It's the coach. This is opening weekend on EA Sports. Coming up, the Rams begin what they hope is the run to another Super Bowl. But standing in their way, Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. I'll be back at halftime with a look at the other games going on. But first, we're off to Charlotte. Standing by, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina.
All right, let's see what we can do. Hopefully we can get some points. My goodness. Pretty bad for preseason. But playing simulation, so it's a bit tough.
With the Los Angeles Rams.
Hopefully we can get on here and get some
so happy to be with you, Brandon Gunn and
positive
Charles
yardage
Davis. And we thought it would never
points.
get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our main focus. But how about how much happened in the offseason? Rules changes. Overtime rules were discussed in a big way. Some superstars changed addresses. There's a whole lot to talk about in the NFL in addition to this game we're getting ready to watch.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
So we'll get the ball back.
This will be taken short. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Cam Newton getting set to go with this Panthers offense here for the first time. Cam coming off surgery on his shoulder in the offseason.
He got traded over
the final couple of games of the regular season
Patriots.
last year. Disappointing end that saw the Panthers lose the last 6 of his starts after a 6-2 first half of the season.
Brady went to, I want to say Tampa Bay. Is that where Brady went? I think that's where he went, which is nuts, but.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
So another cool thing is you can get on Twitch, and Tom Brady has a channel over there, and you can talk to him and all kinds of stuff. It's pretty dope.
5 yards on the game.
Like if you're a big Tom Brady fan, I'm not that big of a Tom Brady fan, but I thought it was pretty cool to go over there and watch him, play video games through this whole coronavirus thing. I follow him over on Twitch.
Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in,
pretty dope.
They've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure. They're going to give them plenty of encouragement. They'll try and ride that wave and get their first victory of the year.
Mike 54. What we got? What we got? What we got?
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
All right, get to this quarterback, Cam Newton. Cam Newton's a runner and a gunner, though. Good quarterback.
To the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
I know in the offseason,
and now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Encroachment defense.
What? Bull crap.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut.
Anyway, I think they were like Cam Newton. They were talking about a couple different teams were interested in Cam Newton. So
the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
I was hoping that the Rams were going to pick up a different quarterback.
He's got the hook up to Moore. And give him 6 yards.
Although I'm a Rams fan, I don't really like Goff. I'm not really a big Jared Goff fan.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs.
And I get that, he's still in the beginning of his career and all that, and they're
now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
I'm not a fan.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player is just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
And he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III.
I got it.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
You don't know no better.
From the 24, Newton, he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, Greg Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago, 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, a 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
58, the money. Here we go.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to blow his way in for a Panther score. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. That's a really good job of execution by them.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Rams under third-year head coach Sean McVay. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Goff. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted.
Oh,
Picked up
first throw I throw was the interception. Oh, that's terrible.
At their 42-yard line.
Having no luck with the
They could not
pass.
ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
That's more like it.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc.
Get Aaron Donald in there. There we go.
To the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And that's going to be intercepted.
Good.
Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
All right, got an interception. That's good.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Mike 54, Mike 54. He's tired of me.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. A reminder, coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. McCaffrey on the counter. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3
but
thus
he'll
far.
pass right now
This will
for a
be
big
3rd
gain.
and 5.
We'll see
Newton
what
the
happens.
throw. And
Oh, he
tight
missed.
coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that
Not
one
bad.
up.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check pass.
Just trying to not throw any interceptions and keep moving forward.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Andrew Billings gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff now looking to throw. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Fielded just inside the 20. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
8 yards.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
We often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series for those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. From the shotgun to McCaffrey.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
All right.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
Offense
no, not at all.
Defense
in fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return.
Going.
Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run, maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going.
Oh, it floated on him, and it's intercepted.
Damn.
Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball.
Shut them down again.
You can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over.
Oh, no.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Terrible.
Curtis Samuel, 43 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And in the second quarter, it's the Redskins who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes for the veteran Alex Smith. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Matt Ryan has a touchdown pass. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Sam Darnold has a couple of touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
All right.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Continue.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. These two teams squaring off here in week 1. You might remember they used to be in that old NFC West division together from 1995 to 2001. The Falcons, Saints, and 49ers were also in there with the Rams and Panthers. And the Panthers recently, they've dominated this series. They've won 6 of the last 7 against the Rams. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Here we go.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, you got deep?
From the gun, here's Newton. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way.
Nice.
And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Give me that ball, defense.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
Holding on the offense. Come on.
Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move him back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Get some completions.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's go,
Now Goff. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense.
Yeah,
great
50
communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone.
So the rumble
and
on this is
especially
so
against deep
crazy.
balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Try and do it.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
We ain't giving up nothing.
At the 47-yard line. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
From the 38, Newton incomplete. Curtis Samuel the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it though. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Again, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Newton now to throw. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Fourth down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. This to make it a 3-score game late. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Graham Gano on for the field goal, and 18 yards.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
It's just me and you.
Out of the gun, Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. And this one's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page. Quarterback.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowl Kuechly that picks it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32.
McCaffrey ain't going nowhere.
Well short of the 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
You made that 50-yard field goal.
3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one, but...
And his pass is intercepted.
Oh, my God.
It's the Pro Bowl.
That is terrible.
And they will take over at the 29.
That was supposed to be a short pass.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
That wasn't even a long pass. It was a short one. That's crazy.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Open man is Samuel, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day, baby. All day. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Game offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
I got one. I get it.
Here's Newton. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
It is
I think
very
all
ugly.
teams probably like seeing that schedule
Terrible.
for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league.
Do a lot of more practicing.
You go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time,
shoot for
one
another
play
interception.
So this offense, they should be fresh.
I'm throwing, so.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action.
Even if I do throw interceptions,
confidence in it and let him fling another one.
Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Goff. They got a man. It's Woods.
Finally got to
well
Woods.
upfield across the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Every time I've tried to throw to Woods,
coming off by far the best year of his career.
It's always been
86
interception.
Catches, over
So
1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that, but well, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season. Here's Gurley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
I'll take that. I thought he
officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Damn.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Wow.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post.
Twice in a
because
row.
officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
We go tonight. 180.
One last throw here for Goff. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
And missed the freaking kick.
Of course, in the fantasy football
terrible.
world, these points mean a lot.
Terrible luck.
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way
I got
down
some
to the
points
final
on the
whistle
board
there
for
with the
this
late
last
points
game,
and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the
practicing.
end. You know, didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Panthers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves
Post-game
at home
report players'
next
stats.
week.
Finish game.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew,
All right. I'm going to upgrade these players, and then
Entering XP
and that'll
feedback
be
screen,
it.
you have 26 options. Game day goals is selected. Entering franchise hub screen, things to do. Upgrade players. Entering player upgrades screen, you have 2 options. Daryl Henderson Jr. is selected.
Yeah, definitely need some upgrades for him. He's a runner.
Receiving back. Power back. Receive elusive back.
Elusive.
Receiving back. Power back. Receiving elusive back. Power back.
Do power, so we can get through the line a little bit better.
Slot. Man to man. Slot zone. Entering franchise hub screen, things to do. Play season game is selected. View message. X
Alright,
Factor Delaware is selected.
so that'll be the end of the stream. Thanks for hanging out. Like I said, I'll be doing this a couple more times, trying to get some more wins, more practice before Madden 21 comes out. Um, so I will catch you guys a little bit later. Peace.
L20.
Play season game is selected.
Madden NFL 20.